Welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 features in the Xbox Series X and S that Xbox does not tell you about. Let's get into it. Okay, so one feature that Xbox definitely does not advertise enough is the quick resume feature that not only allows you to switch between games really fast, but it stays quick resumed overnight, as you can see here. So that really reduces loading times when you first start up your Xbox. It's kind of like the Switch, how you can come back even a few days later and you can go right back into your game. Not as good, but I mean, it's pretty good, and definitely don't talk about that too much, which I think they definitely should, because some people think it's only for switching games, but it just reduces load times for any games you have quick resumed at all times, including when you turn the Xbox on for the first time. So I think that's pretty cool, and I really appreciate it in the mornings when I just want to start playing Forza or something. I just press it, quick resume. Nice surprise when I found it out. I just wanted to tell you guys about that. Okay, so the next feature is going to bring us over to the settings, and this one's important for anyone with siblings or a parent who also has an account on the Xbox. And that is that on your old Xbox One, if you had Xbox Live or Game Pass or something, it was shared between everyone. And that's because that was everyone's home console. But when you make the switch over to Xbox Series X, you have to make sure it's your home console or else you won't have access to the same stuff. So you gotta go to General here, Personalization, and you're gonna wanna go to My Home Xbox down here. Make sure it's your home Xbox. This is my home Xbox. So you just press that, and you gotta make sure every account is their home Xbox, and that way you can share Game Pass and Xbox Live between everyone whose Xbox is registered as their home Xbox. So I'm kind of embarrassed how long it took me to figure that out, a couple of hours at least. So I would really love knowing this before I had to set up my Xbox. So hopefully this helped someone watching this video, and hopefully it won't take you as long to get into using your games that you have on Game Pass or playing some online games. Okay, another cool new feature they added recently to the Xbox Series X and S is the chance to have animated backgrounds. I've always wanted this. I think it's pretty cool. There's not too many options right now, but there's a good amount. So you got some swirls, different colors, waves they call it. Spotlight, ultraviolet. Don't love that one, a bit bright. Here, I really like this one. I think it's cool. And then you got this one. I'm gonna choose this one, ribbons. Select. Go back to home. There, that's my new background. I like that one. You can also, if you want, you can add some, go back to my color and background. Achievement art, this one's also pretty cool. Here I'm going to go to Forza Horizon 4. And you can choose some cool pictures. Not all games have the coolest pictures. As you can see, Forza has pretty good ones. With something like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2. They're okay. It's all skateboards. I mean, if you like skateboarding, then Steep, for example, I mean, not great in my opinion. Battlefront 2, I'll probably be using like the original one I had because I'm a big Star Wars fan. So, oops, if I go over here, I can choose some pretty cool ones. I like this. Go down here, set as background. There we go, background set. So I'm gonna go home, and that's your new background. I think that's pretty cool. There's the new animated ones. Also, a lot of people don't know how to add these backgrounds, so I think that's a pretty cool feature that Xbox should definitely be advertising more. It's on PlayStation, not on Switch, unfortunately. I think they should add that, so I think it really adds some personalization to your system. So this is a much smaller feature here, but quick resume, I found out, only works on the internal SSD. I've seen a lot of Xbox marketing. If you want to go through my channel, you've seen a lot of videos on the Xbox. So I've been watching out for news and stuff. I didn't see too much about how it has to be on the SSD, which isn't a problem because you can switch them between external and SSD pretty easily. I'll actually show you that right now. But that's just something to be aware of. If quick resume isn't working, check to see if it is on your SSD or external hard drive. So what you're going to want to do is storage here. Click on it, move or copy, and I'm going to take a small game here, grounded, move selected, over to the internal. It's already on the internal of this one, but yeah, you just move it over. That's how you unlock quick resume. So watch out, you gotta make sure that it's not on the external or else quick resume wouldn't work, which I had a few times, didn't know why, but I found that out. So don't be worried if it doesn't work, just make sure it's on the external and quick resume will be working just fine. Okay, so another new feature is there are 2 off modes for this console. So you have full shutdown, power mode, or instant on. I like energy saving mode because it gets you the startup chime, which is nice because I like the cool new Xbox. One of my favorite parts. That was so cool to turn on for the first time, and it's still really cool. So definitely do energy saving mode in my opinion. It saves some electricity, helps the environment, and it'll save some money with power. Also, you get that nice startup chime, which I really like. However, if you want the instant on, then that lets you manage your console from your smartphone. So maybe if you're at school or at work and a new Game Pass game is coming out, maybe leave it on instant on so you can install it while you're gone and play it as soon as you get home. That's the only way I can imagine that. Instant on is a bit faster, but I mean, I don't know if it's worth it because the environment's pretty important. So that is a cool. Okay, so this is a new feature, and I think it's pretty convenient. So we're gonna head over to the Xbox Game Pass app. As you can see here, I have my custom background, which we talked about earlier. But anyway, if you can scroll down over here to coming soon, we have the Medium. This is a game built specifically for Series X and S, and it renders 2 worlds at once, so I'm pretty excited for this game. It's going to be a horror game. So what you're going to want to do is pre-install. So if you're really excited for this game, you can pre-install it. So that means the second it comes out, probably at midnight, you can play it right away. So I'm not going to press pre-install just yet, because I don't want to, that's a while till it comes out. But that's a cool new feature of the Xbox Series X and S, so there's even less waiting. That seems to be a theme this generation, and I like it because who really likes waiting? Okay, so this next one only applies to some games, and that is how to get 120 FPS. So you're going to want to go to TV and display options, click on refresh rate. I'm already at 120 Hz, which is FPS. So it's normally going to be at 60, bump it up to 120, and then some games, such as Fortnite with the next gen update, can run at 120 FPS, as you can see next to the map, top right, which is really nice. It feels really good. And so if you're looking at to get 120 FPS, it says it on the box. They've advertised that a lot. It doesn't really tell you how to actually enable it on the console, and that's how. So I think that's a pretty cool feature that I definitely want people to use because it's not automatically there. Just to make sure you press it to take it full advantage of. Okay, so this next feature is pretty cool. It's for anyone looking to get the most out of their Xbox Series X and S. This also applies to the Microsoft Store, but I am streaming this to my computer right now, so I can't access that. So right down here in the Game Pass app, optimized for Xbox Series X and S. The games here, the size has actually grown. There's a lot more than last time I checked. So you got Call of the Sea, which is actually a new Xbox exclusive that you should check out. It's a fun puzzle parody game, kind of. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, great game. 120 FPS 4K with this upgrade. There's a lot of great games like this. Forza Horizon 4, I already did this. It adds ray tracing, higher resolution, higher frame rate, so that's really nice. So all of these will look even better on your Xbox Series X and S. However, they will try to upgrade the game without these to give you higher resolution frame rate, but it just won't be as good because they're not fully optimized. That's kind of just like using brute force to try to get it higher. This one is allowing it to go even higher. So these games, if you wanted to test out how good your new Xbox is, definitely try out these games and download the upgrade. This last one is back in settings, and that is ease of access. So you got magnifier, closed captioning. You can adjust the audio, make it high contrast. Let me try that. What does that look like? Dark theme. Okay, I like that. So that's for people, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but maybe see things different or something. I know magnifier makes words bigger in some games, which is nice because they can be really small. So if you have a hard time seeing, that's nice. You can adjust the audio, and closed captioning is nice if you can't hear as well. So this stuff is really good. If you maybe have to adjust the settings to make it more usable for you, I think that's very important that they added that, and I'm glad they did. I know a lot of people will need this, so if anyone watching who needs this, I hope you use this and it helps you and improves your Xbox experience. Lastly, now this feature is kind of hard to do, but this lets you play games such as Mario on your Xbox. So Xbox will sell you a license to the developer's kit for Xbox Series X for $20, which you can then install outside software on your Xbox Series X, including emulators such as RetroArch that let you play Mario, Nintendo, and even PS2 games on your Xbox. This is pretty cool, and I'll be leaving a link in the description to a tutorial on how to do it. Although I don't recommend it if you don't have much knowledge in emulation, but I still think it's a cool feature that not enough people are talking about.